Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully I'm a little bit more impressed with this item than I was with the previous one I just reviewed. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, though? Happens to be my Ventana shirt. One of a few that I have. 4, specifically. But what is Ventana? Ventana is a band. They are an industrial metal band that I became aware of back in them thar days of MySpace. That's literally where I found their stuff. And they're kind of an offshoot band of the band Mushroomhead, who I'm also a really big fan of. Pretty much all the members at one point in time or another were members of the band Mushroomhead. But, and I always really like to emphasize this, that's definitely not, that shouldn't be their defining quality, because they're a tremendously excellent band. They're also very different than Mushroomhead, although, Mushroomhead has industrial elements too. They definitely do their own thing. They've been a really incredible band that I personally think have just gotten better over the years, and I was really fortunate I got to see them perform live a few days ago at the time I'm doing this review. I actually got some videos of said performance. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Hopefully more impressive than the previous review, eh? Yes, indeed, folks. I just got through reviewing something from a little place that probably I would imagine most of you are familiar with, that being specifically, boom, KFC. Look, it's the Colonel. I just got through reviewing some Mike's Hot Honey Chicken Tenders, because that was a thing that they, came out with recently. I was like, all right, we'll get it in there. But they also had some other flavored tenders that had me interested. What are they? Boom! These specifically are their Nashville Hot. Nashville Hot Chicken Tenders. And I think you can get the Nashville Hot on any variety of their stuff, like their nuggets or what have you. But I saw their tenders and I was like, yeah, man, that seems like a thing I should do. So let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like that. We'll go. They're nice looking tenders, as tenders go. Well, let's find out how they eat. I'm expecting good things from this now. This is Nashville Hot, okay? You got fucking Nashville pride on the line here. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's got a little kick to it. Definitely prefer these over the hot honey, for sure. If only because the Nashville Hot is playing a much bigger role than the hot honey did. And the thing is, KFC's done Nashville Hot stuff plenty of times. I remember back before I was even doing reviews, they used to have chicken sandwiches that they would do. That, they had a Carolina Gold and a Nashville Hot. I think that was the first time I ever had Nashville Hot. This is some decent Nashville Hot. Let me emphasize decent. I'm not trying to go over there and speak on behalf of the fine people of Nashville. I've never actually been to Nashville to have proper Nashville Hot. I'm just so let's get that out of the way. But no, the flavor on it's good. I appreciate the fact that it's very well seasoned. It's KFC. It's going to be well seasoned anyway. But I appreciate that it definitely has. It's not just the sauce. There's definitely added seasoning to it that makes it a much more, in my opinion, rewarding experience. And it does have that kind of unmistakable Nashville hot taste. It's a very unique kind of hot sauce sort of flavor. Bit my lip a little bit. Yeah. Okay. And now you do get more of it. It kind of, they sort of lightly apply it, and it sort of just pulls up inside the container. So your best bet is to sort of get it in the pool for the full experience. And that's definitely the best version of it, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not as good as I've had from some places, that really emphasize the Nashville hot aspect to it. But it's a fast food, version of it. And it's bringing the heat to a certain extent, kind of warms up your mouth, hits you in the back of the throat a little bit. And again, it does have that flavor. Like, it tastes like Nashville hot. But is it, again, living up to those high expectations? No. But again, it's fast food. I'm not expecting it to hit those levels. I just need to know, is it good, and is it doing at least an okay job of representing what it's supposed to? And in this instance, I would say that, yeah, I think it does. Like I said, it's got extra kick. It's got some extra flavor to it. I personally wish that it was, again, a little bit more oomphy, a little bit more, yeah. Yes, but I'm not, like, overly disappointed or anything. Like, it's still pretty tasty, and it kind of tastes like what it's supposed to taste like, which is sort of damning with faint praise. But, two questions have to be asked in this instance. Would I get this again? Would I recommend it? Third question, should Nashville revolt against Kentucky for these? Sure, and probably not. I think that, well, again, I don't feel like this really properly emphasizes all the, the aspects of the Nashville hot flavor that I personally like. Because, again, really good Nashville hot, at least in the instances where I've had it, it hits, in a way that, like, it's unlike anything else. This doesn't hit to that extent, but it is tasty, and, they could have done a far worse job with it. And I think that for me personally, it's like, maybe every now and again, if I'm going to KFC, if I want a little variety, it's not a bad flavor to work off of. And I like the extra heat, and I like the flavoring of it. Like I said, I'd personally like to see them retool it a little bit, maybe again, bring up the oomph factor, but I'm not mad at it. And it's tasty enough, As a fast food option, it works fine. And, and the chicken itself is, it's KFC, which you either kind of love or hate, but I'm okay with it. And if I'm recommending it, I would say if you live probably anywhere outside of Tennessee or Nashville, sure. If you live in Nashville, you already know you have no reason to get this. You're at the holy ground, right? So there's no reason to really. But for folks who are unfortunate enough to have that availability, I mean, and look, again, you can definitely get way better Nashville hot. Even living in Illinois, there's places I've been that have had really good Nashville hot, at least, by our standards. But again, it's a convenience thing. KFC is, like I said, you kind of love it or hate it. If you're going into it expecting something phenomenal, you're going to be let down. If you're going into it expecting something that's, good by fast food standards, there you go. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly Nashville-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, again, I've never been there, but, Nashville. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, have you ever actually had proper Nashville hot? Are you from Nashville or that area? Let me know. Like, because again, living in Illinois, we have, I personally believe we have an excellent food culture. And I, think we have some of the best food on the fucking planet. I'm just saying. But at the same time, I say that having lived in Illinois my entire life, I obviously have a distinct bias. But, I would certainly love at some point, who knows, maybe if the sampler platter takes off, I'm just saying, to go over there and experience like lots of regional cuisines and stuff. But in the meantime, you folks can certainly help me out with that by sharing your own experiences. Anyway,